Hello Friendos, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Laurel. I'm a weirdo that likes experimenting and collecting really nice makeup. In today's video, I'm going to be doing two looks with this TinkerBell ColourPop collab palette called Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. I'm going to be doing two looks with this Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. I have already done a review on this. Hopefully you saw it. If not, you can watch it after this. But yeah, I think that it's time that we dive in and do two new looks. In my last video, I did not do anything with the pinks, so today that's what I'm going to start out with. If you are as excited as I am to get into this palette, I hope that you'll just keep on watching. First, on my unit 203, I'm going in with the shade Second Star. This one is taking a little bit of work to build up, and I can't really tell if it's where it's technically the same shade as my skin, or if it's just not that pigmented. I think it's just not that pigmented. Could be a combination of the two. Okay. Since that one is just not working for me, I'm going to go over that with Big Magic. Next, on my Refer 01, we'll try out the shade Sleep. Just so we can get it built up in a smaller amount of time. On that same brush, we're going in with Pixie Dust. Just in the corner. Next, I'm diving back in with Place Between. This one really comes off as more of a shimmer than an actual sparkly shade. Then on my Sigma E37, I'm just going to buff out the edges. Now I'm going to cover the look I just did on this side. see that coming. For this, I'm going to keep this look really simple. I'm going to end with the Layla Luscious Lip Tingle. I love this. It smells like strawberries, it plumps your lips, and it's nice and subtle. Also, this came from Disney World, so kind of fits with the theme. And Friendos, what do we think of this look?
Ooh, yeah!
I think it's quite nice. I will say the pinks in here read more pinky mauve than actual pink, which the lighting changed in my room since my first time looking at this palette, so yeah, it kind of looks that way in the pan. Now we'll have to decide what to do next.
Friendos, it's time to dive back in this palette. Let's do something different. So on my Ulta 43, I'm going in with the shade Sleep, and it's going all over my lid. Not being too careful here because, like I said, you just gotta go everywhere. Next, I'll go in with the shade Tink on my Natasha Denona number 9. Next, on a Real Techniques brush that is older than your mom, I'm going in with the shade Small Fairy. Then on my Sigma E15, we'll go in with Await, and I'm going to use this just like an eyeliner. On the same brush, I'm going back in with Tink. And I think that looks pretty good as is, so I think I'm going to call it here, do the other side, and then we'll finish up the look.
Friendos, I feel like we can just use something subtle for this look, so I'm going to go back in with Layla. And then this blush from Flesh, it's called Pinch. This was one of my favorite blushes, but I don't know if it's still being sold because it's not on Ulta anymore. It would be a shame because this formulation is fantastic. I'm so tired I didn't put on my eyeliner. Are you joking right now? Oh my gosh. And Friendos, what do we think? Alright. So if I've learned anything about this palette that I did not know in my first video on this palette, it's that these lean mauve, this one right here essentially has no pigmentation. Like, it's so hard to build up, but everything else in this palette is phenomenal. I have no problems with any of the other shades. And to be honest, it's not a big deal to me that that one isn't that good, because the rest of these, I bought it for the greens, the gold, and the blue. Other things that I just wanted to touch up on before we exit out of the video is I retried the Patrick Ta lamination gel on my eyebrows today. I think it looks good, not great. I had mentioned before in my try on video that I wanted to try it out but with a brow pen. So I purchased one from ColourPop. This one is a definite miss, to be honest. This is called the Feather Effect Brow Pen. This is in the shade medium brown. It's just, that time it swatched fine. I don't know what's going on. Before it was swatching so patchy, I showed my sister. And it was just, yeah, there we go. It's like it gets dried out really easily. So yeah, I want to try it yet again, but with a different brow pencil. This one is so skinny, it surprised me. I'd never used a brow pen from them before. I'm starting to believe that ColourPop's shining moment is their palettes, and maybe everything else is that price for a reason. Even this eyeliner that I purchased that was part of the TinkerBell collection, that's this right here. That's all you get. I think this was $6 or $7. There's no more product. It's just this little bit. I'm just gonna be real. I don't think it's worth it to pay even $7 for such a small amount of product. It worked fine though. Like, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad. It was just fine. But yeah, I would not pay $7 for that again. But again, this palette is so Laurel. Like, I love it so much. I was so surprised at how good the green matte and the blue matte shade both blended out for this to be such an affordable palette. And on that, Friendos, I believe we've reached the conclusion of today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending some time with moi. I hope to see you again very soon. It would greatly help me out if you gave this video a thumbs up and commented down below with some thoughts of your own. I'm also curious to hear from others what all they've tried from ColourPop, because I'm just now dipping my toe into anything other than just their palettes. So I want to know, do they have other good products? Please let me know. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because if not, you'll never know what we're both missing out on. And we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, bye.